decide to stay in New England this week. ESPN's Mike Reese reports McDaniels met with Bill Belichick and the Kraft on Tuesday, and Belichick reportedly told him, quote, "I'm going to open my world to you," and spend more time showing McDaniels the inner workings of the organization. Shannon, how will this play out?
So what the hell have you been doing for all those years you've been there, Josh? Do you go to coaches' meetings? Do you meet with Coach Belichick? Did it ever dawn on you, Coach, what did you see in Gronk? Why would you take Gronk in the second round? He's coming off back surgery.
Yep.
Why would you, Bill, when you're looking at a guy, I mean, what did you see in this guy? Why would you keep Tom Brady on the roster? You kept 4 quarterbacks that year. Now, clearly you didn't know he would be this, but what did you see that made you so sure that this was the guy that where you wanted to go and needed to go, he was the guy that could take you there? So you never asked those questions. Well, if that's the case, why the hell was he even in contention for a head coaching job, Skip? For me, second question, what's in it for Coach Belichick? So you mean to tell me there's a possibility that Bill Belichick in a year or two might leave and go somewhere else, but he's going to tell somebody all his secrets? What chef you know is going to give his apprentice all the secrets but I'm going to go open up another shop. Now, if he wants to keep the shop open and wants to keep it going, yeah, you pass along that. But you're not going to open another restaurant, Skip, and give somebody that you left behind all your secrets and all your recipes. Of course not. So what's in it for Coach Belichick? Clearly, something is in it that's very good. Does he bump to the front office? Does he become the VP of operations? Does he all of a sudden now do all the shopping for the grocery and Josh McDaniels does all the cooking? Is that where we're going? Could be possibly. He could be the next Pat Riley. Remember, Pat Riley was a coach, and he bumped it up to the front office. Then he wanted to win a championship with Stan Van Gundy's team. Fired Stan. Oh, Stan wanted to take some time away and be with his family. Kicked Stan Van Gundy to the curb, won him a title, go back upstairs, had great success. My thing is, it's just hard for me to believe. It's like me going to class. You know what? Say, you know what? Teacher say, you know what, Shannon? This last 2 weeks of this semester, I'm going to teach you. What the hell you been doing the whole while I've been in here? And me, that's like, okay, the last 2 weeks, I'm going to learn something. I've been there all this time. You're not teaching me, and I'm not learning. For real? Come on. Look, I'm not saying that Coach Belichick didn't say this. I'm not saying that he did. But it strikes me as odd that he says, I'm going to open my world to you, and then all of a sudden he might leave and go somewhere else. There's something in it for Bill. That's how he operates. We know this. And he's already given him something. Josh McDaniels took the spine secrets right to Denver.
He did.
That's how he got busted. So you talking about, all of a sudden. So how would he know that, Skip? How would Josh McDaniels know about taping up practices if he didn't get that information from somebody?
Chip off the old block.
So now all of a sudden, he's going to be teaching you all along. That's how you took those dirty secrets. That's why after every victory you had, new pictures went up on the wall, because that's what the Patriots do.
I'll go one step further. I find this whole concept laughable. It harks back to what you found laughable, which was the statement that followed the ESPN article that was the joint three-way statement, Kraft, Brady, Belichick.
More united.
We're all in this together, and we don't know of any problems. What problems? But then Robert Kraft admitted, we got to get our egos in check. And then he admitted there is tension, not dysfunction, but tension. Interesting. So am I to believe that Bill Belichick is going to willingly teach Josh McDaniels how to replace Bill Belichick? I'm sorry, I don't see that. I know how Bill Belichick is built, and he's not built that way. Did I expect Brett Favre to teach Aaron Rodgers how to replace Brett Favre? I did not, because that's not how Brett Favre is built.
Joe Montana
to Steve Young, not how Joe was built. They're ultra competitive. They're, there's a part of them that's kind of
you're trying to replace me, bro. Why am I going to train? It's like when somebody takes over a corporation and they're going to get rid of the staff and they say, okay, you train them.
Right.
I ain't training it.
There's a side of Brett Favre and Joe Montana, I'm trying to put this nicely, that's not nice. They have not nice sides to them, and they're like, hell with that. No, I'm not going to do that. Some quarterbacks will teach they're good guys and they're all in it for the team, and they really are. You've seen true blue guys like that.
Yes, but those guys, I'm sure, absolutely certain,
Yep.
that Tom Brady was closer with Brian Hoyer, Rohan Davey, Ryan Mallett.
No doubt.
Bec-
No threat. No
but
threat,
Jimmy G.
No threat. No, no. Although they seem to be okay, but do I think Tom Brady gave him the house secrets? I do not. No.
I take it one step.
Yeah.
I was with John Elway for 9 years, 10 years.
Yeah.
That was 10 years.
Yeah.
And he and Gary Kubiak were like this.
Perfect relationship.
They drafted Tommy Maddox in the first round in
Uh-huh.
'92.
Yeah.
John Elway and Tommy Maddox wasn't like this.
Got it. Okay. So back to this. Unless you can tell me that the succession that is now in place is that Bill Belichick, after next year, will be the GM of the Patriots, then I'll buy this.
Yes.
That's what we're talking about.
Yes.
But that had to be either ordered or agreed upon by the man who owns and operates the Patriots in the end, and that's Robert Kraft.
Correct.
So somehow this was ordered from above. Somehow either Robert Kraft said, you will mentor him. You will tell him at least that you're going to mentor him. Or it could be one of those edicts. Either you do this or you're gone. Because I think after that Super Bowl, emotions were raw. His defense gave up 41. It was kind of inexplicable why he didn't play Malcolm Butler for all 4 quarters.
It was inexplicable how he was at a basketball game on Thursday
That's
night.
a good one. Bingo. Touche. And I just can't believe, I know Tommy wasn't happy about this, the son of Robert Kraft, but I can bet you that the owner, Robert Kraft, and his real son, Jonathan, I don't think they were real happy about Bill Belichick's performance in this Super Bowl and during Super Bowl week. So there had to be some mandate. And as we talked about, Bill Belichick got ordered to do something for the first time in his 18 years of running the football operation, and that was you will trade Jimmy Garoppolo at the deadline.
Correct.
And he basically gave him away to a young coach that he loves in Kyle Shanahan. Okay? So now my instinct tells me Bill Belichick is somehow on the way out. It could be of his own volition. He could be threatening already. I'll just walk away if that's what you're going to do.
But here's my thing, Skip. Why not Romeo Crennel, who was with Bill when he was with the Giants?
Mm-hmm.
Why not Charlie Weiss, who was with him with the Giants? Why not Bill O'Brien? Why now? Now, we heard nothing about the succession plan.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
We heard nothing about nothing. Everything was pristine. Everybody was happy. Seth Wickersham writes this article. We go from he writing the article to them shooting it down,
Yep.
to Mr. Kraft says, I like to keep this thing going, but we got to get egos in check.
Yep.
We're not dysfunctional, but there is tension, to now there's a succession plan. How do we get, in a month, how do we go from that, everything is harmonious, to now I'm going to teach you everything we need to know in this time frame? Why now? Coach Belichick has never tried to sit down with any of his coaches. Sometimes coaches try to sit down when they got, trusted assistants. They sit down and say, look, just stay here. You're going to get promoted. You'll be defensive coordinator, blah, blah, blah. Why now? Because what Seth Wickersham reported was absolutely the gospel. They
agree.
knew it.
Yep.
And it was about to, he said tension, but it was about to get dysfunctional.
It was. And maybe it teetered
Yes.
into dysfunctional.
Yes.
Yep. I agree with you. So in the end, I told you yesterday, I'm 60-40 that it's going to be sooner than later
Yes.
that he's going to be out. Do I think it could happen before next year? I wouldn't be shocked by that. The odds are he's one more year
Right.
as a Patriot. But what has gone on behind the scenes? Well, he got ordered to do something
Yes.
here, to mentor Josh McDaniels because he's about to leave or because he's going to be the GM after next year.
And maybe Seth Wickersham was just the tip of the iceberg.
Yeah.
And that was a big iceberg. So maybe there's more to this than what Seth reported. But it was something. Because I don't need, listen, Skip, I'm not releasing no statement to refute anything if it's a lie.
Yeah.
We united. But then you said you united, and then the week after, you sitting down in the NFL Network says, I would like to keep this thing together if we get egos in check.
Yep, he said that. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So bottom line on Josh McDaniels, we both agreed. It was despicable what he did to Indianapolis. It was even worse. It was unconscionable what he did to at least 2 assistants who are now Indianapolis Colts coaches, and they're sort of stuck. They're going to stay.
But Butler said, we're going to honor.
Yeah.
They came. He said, we're going to do right by them.
Yeah.
Skip, think about this. Guys have already said now, they had already, moved. He got their family. We're going to Indy. There are other, I can assure you, Josh McDaniels has basically assembled a staff. There are probably some other guys that were coming toward their previous employer. What did they say? Well, okay, bro, I don't know what to tell you.
I don't know. So Tony Dungy said it's just indefensible what happened. I get that. And you said Josh McDaniels will never get another job as a head coach in coaching.
Unless it's New England.
Okay. So back to that. All that said, I agree with all the above, but just in a vacuum, if you compare job to job, Josh McDaniels made the right choice.
Absolutely.
He just did.
Yes.
For all the wrong reasons, he made by far the better choice.
He could have just stayed there. He could have just stayed. He just waited out.
Yeah. But he got some assurance, clearly, maybe not contractual, but some assurance that he's now in line to succeed.
Yeah, I agree.
It just sounds a little too genuine to me coming from New England. Really, that line, I'm going to open my world to you, sounds like something out of Star Wars. It's like a supreme leader opening up to, like, Kylo Ren, like, join me. It's way too genuine.
Yeah.
Next up, it was an interesting 24 hours for Isaiah Thomas. After Tuesday's loss, he appeared to call out the coaching staff by saying they don't make adjustments. Kylo was asked about that yesterday and said, quote, "That's not true." Then last night, LeBron hit the game-winning shot, and it appears that he avoids Isaiah while celebrating. The Cavs are just 7-13 since Christmas.
What?
Skippy!
Maybe he's just too little. He just couldn't see
He didn't see him?
Nope.
Shannon, how will Isaiah fit with the Cavs going forward?
Yeah. It doesn't work. I don't care. It doesn't work. He's ball dominant. And when you and LeBron is like, to say LeBron is better without Isaiah Thomas would be an understatement. To say all the other players are better when they don't play with Isaiah Thomas is an understatement.
Yep.
I don't really know what else to say. He's 5'9". He's a defensive liability. Of 355 players that's played at least 300 minutes, Isaiah Thomas' defensive rating is the worst. Skip, and here's the thing. Last night was probably his best game in that uniform.
Yep.
And he still had the highest minus of all the Cavaliers. And he played his best game statistically. What are we supposed to do with that, Skip? Because what happens is, and look, they're not a team that can just multiple rotate like the Celtics can. So he's getting beat. So, Skip, everybody try to put him in the pick and roll and then walk Isaiah down, lay the ball up. Jeff T could get to the basket anytime he want to, and then when help come, he just kick it to the open guy. That's why he had 15 assists with 1 turnover, because he's passing the guys that are wide open because the bigs are coming to try to help Isaiah Thomas. I said call the National Guard, because I dispatched the National Guard because I need some help, somebody keeping the guy in front of Isaiah, because he can't do it by himself. It's just that simple. And here's the kicker. We knew he was a defensive liability when he was 1,000% healthy. He's not healthy now. But he's not giving you anything consistently on the offensive end. Therein lies the problem. As I said before, if he's not scoring, he adds little value. Give him credit. He did assist the ball well last night. It's hard for him to pass the ball over someone. He has to jump into the air. So a lot of times he gets caught. And it's turnover or, bail out. It's like 5 seconds on the clock. Skip, I wish there was a way I could dress this up. But it just doesn't work. T. Lue just go to, and here's the thing, Skip. The rotation last night was like it was because there was no D. Wade. What do you do when D. Wade comes back? D. Wade is the leader of the second unit. So now they were rolling along, 18 or 19, had that rotation going. LeBron was cooking. He got out getting like 3 or 4 minutes. 3 or 4 minutes of rest, sip some water. He back in there with Kyle Korver. Fourth quarter, you see fourth quarter last night.
He was hot.
LeBron coming, kicking it to him like, Jeff Green, get that. Isaiah come in there, oh Lord. And what made this look so bad is that Isaiah's so small and he's tugging on LeBron like, mama, but that internet video, but Linda.
Seriously, he's like tugging on him, trying to get his attention.
But Skip, how can LeBron chest bump him? If LeBron jumps up in the air,
Can we stop?
If LeBron try to chest bump him, and sticks and berries gonna be on top of the man's head. Nah, get out of here, Isaiah. Come off the bench or come off your couch. Those are your 2 choices, Isaiah. Off the bench or off the couch. Which do you choose?
Interesting. So, Speaking of oh Lord moments, the night before, after the just ignominious loss at Orlando, me, myself, and Isaiah Thomas had the audacity to take a shot at the coaching staff. We don't make adjustments in second halves. We didn't feature Ty Lue in that game because he got ill in that one, but it did force Ty Lue to respond to that shot from Isaiah Thomas ahead of last night's game back in Cleveland. And you could just tell Ty Lue was not pleased with that shot at the coaching staff. And he just flat out said, that is not true. So guess what happened last night? Ty Lue said, watch this, Isaiah, I'm going to make an adjustment.
Yeah.
And guess what happened in the fourth quarter and overtime?
What about me?
Jetty Osmond played more minutes in the fourth quarter and overtime than me, myself, and Isaiah Thomas played. What? So it felt like almost that the Cavs had acquired a new player last night at the trade deadline. His name's Jetty Osmond. 3 years ago, he was the first pick in the second round. He went to Turkey. He's from Macedonia. He went to Turkey to play in their pro leagues for the last couple of years. And he's a rookie now at age 22 in the NBA. And last night, he played significant, prominent, featured minutes with the game on the line. And I thought he played very well. And he made several big little plays, such as defending Jimmy Butler's drive at the end when he was trying to make his game-winning shot. So, guess what, boys and girls? Jetty Osmond led the Cavs last night with a plus-minus of 7. So when he was on the court, they were winning by 7. While Isaiah brought up the rear last night, when he was on the court, he was -6. Any surprise there, Shannon? No. Okay. So this was very significant to me. If we could see the chest bump video one more time, guess who LeBron went and chest bumped first? Jetty Osmond? Jetty, nobody even knew who he was before last night. That's Jetty. He chest bumped first. And little Isaiah's saying, hey, remember me? Remember me?
The return of the Jetty.
Hey, what about me? It is. It's the return, except he never was there before.
What made it look so bad is that he's tugging on LeBron's jersey. And it's
Hey.
me, what about
Hey.
me? And he keeps saying, we don't make adjustments. Isaiah, they can't make adjustments to your height. You're 5'9". That's it.
And LeBron doesn't do anything that's not calculated. He knew exactly what he was doing. He was just ignoring the little guy.
I wouldn't say,
It's a statement.
He is the best passer in basketball. He didn't see Isaiah standing there.
Joy, you know how you see somebody and you pretend like you don't see them?
You walk in a room and someone's there that you don't like, and you look all the way past them and don't make eye contact.
This me right here.
Yeah.
I ain't on the phone.
And he didn't even, okay, so you go chest bump Jetty, and then it was Tristan. And at some point, you would think he would at least turn and acknowledge Isaiah, like, oh, you too? But he never even acknowledged him one time. He shut him out because the message sent was, I don't want any part of this guy.
Do you know that I actually was on the phone with Dan Gilbert? And I said, Dan, please don't trade Kyrie. Whatever Kyrie and I are going through,
LeBron.
Yeah. LeBron was on the phone.
Because he was. That's what we got reported.
And he says, if you trade Kai to Boston, why would you take a guy that's damaged in return? I don't care if he is going to come back full strength. Why would you do that? That makes no sense. They don't work together because his thing is he's trying to get a max contract. They don't pay max 5'9" max contract. I don't believe they play 5'9" max contract anyway. But 13 points, 14 plus a night, Skip, is not going to get him the payday that he desires. So he thinks he has to, and he used to being ball dominant. He thinks he has to put up 15, 20 shots a game. Well, Skip, he's shooting 34%. He's shooting 23% from the three. That's 12% from the field and 10% from the 13% from the three-point line, less than what he shot last year. We know he's a defensive liability because he's not guarding anybody because he's probably the only 5'9" guy in the NBA. But if he's not giving you points, Skip, he adds little value to your roster. He can't rebound the ball on a consistent basis. Yeah, he get 3 or 4 rebounds here and there. Yeah, he's had eight. I think he had 8 assists the other night. He had 7 last night. Okay. But those are anomaly. His history says, his career says, he's a 5 to 6 assist a night guy. But It just doesn't. And there's nothing worse, Skip,
Yep.
being in something and it just doesn't work.
Yep.
This doesn't work. And I'm sure Isaiah's a great guy, but it doesn't work. I don't know what else Ty Lue. I don't know what Dan Gilbert. Hell, Melissa Gilbert can see it. Little House on the Prairie. You remember Laura Ingalls? She can see that this doesn't work.
I used to go to church with her. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah, but
Manhattan.
It doesn't. I'm sorry.
So the point is, I'm with you on all of the above. It's just clear, like if you just cut him tonight, just said, you're done here. Just go on and do whatever
you want to do.
Yeah. They would be better off because I still say Jose Calderon was a better fit in various lineups, just playing pure point guard. Yeah. And he's just a try-hard guy, and he's smart, and LeBron likes him and trusts him.
He will do everything he possibly can to keep the guy in front of him.
He will. No, he will. So, to me, all the lineups I saw with LeBron and Jetty or just LeBron and Jeff Green, all those various lineups, they were all better than when Isaiah was on the floor. But, and there's a big but here, it has been reported that this owner has become fond of little Isaiah Thomas. And it starts to smack of a Jerry Jones, Des Bryant situation or a Bill Belichick, Jimmy G situation where it's your guy and what's going to happen here. And in that case, obviously Kraft overruled Belichick and nobody's going to overrule Jerry Jones with Des Bryant. But to me, if the owner is truly like buddies with him now, and they say they text and whatever, I don't know if they FaceTime or not, but the point is he going to overrule the head coach? Because the head coach needs to start not playing Isaiah Thomas. It's your only hope to get back on track in the East.
Skip, you covered the NBA for a very long time. You've seen best. Name the time a 5'9" guy has led a team to a championship.
Well, you can't do that. I mean, there have been 5'9" guys who've had success.
Yeah.
But
well, Nate Archibald.
Yeah.
Allen Iverson.
Nate was a little bigger than.
He's like 6'1". He's like 6'1".
Yeah.
I've seen Nate in person.
And Allen Iverson was just the all-time freakish little man. Like there's never been a bigger little man.
Calvin Murphy was special.
He was
special. He did have Moses Malone.
He did.
And that's what people forget.
And Muggsy Bogues was pretty good.
Yeah.
He had his moments.
Right.
Spud Webb was pretty. He's a close friend of mine. He was pretty good in stretches with Atlanta, but he had
Dominique.
Dominique.
And Tree Rollins. I mean, so you think about, you're going to build your team around Isaiah. So you know what? We're going to build our team moving forward around Isaiah. I'm not going nowhere with no 5'9" guy. Really? That's like saying I'm going to build my team around a punter or a kicker.
I mean, he is 5'9". There's nothing you can do about that. But he's been 5'9" since he came in the league. I'm pretty sure.
But here's the thing. We know he's a 5'9", slow, injured player.
But more than that, he's a 5'9", slow, injured player who thinks that he is on the same level as LeBron James.
He does.
Which is the issue.
Not just LeBron.
It's not so much. They knew he was injured. That wasn't a secret. They knew he was 5'9". That wasn't a secret. They knew he was ball dominant and that he had to take a lot of shots. None of that was a secret. What the reveal is that now he's with Cleveland. He thinks that Cleveland is his team. That's the issue here.
Yeah. Because not just LeBron, because he finished 5th in the MVP voting, Skip, he actually thinks he's a top 5 player.
Right.
Skip, really?
Is the owner empowering him to believe he's a top 5 player?
Hey, Lou, you know what I'm going to call Lou? Don't you? If you go, it looks, you got to sit him down. It's as simple as that.
Well, he did it last
night. It might not be his choice.
Well, I don't know. Maybe he defied
the
owner edict last night.
He'll get the message soon enough. When we come out of if you notice, Skip, see how many times LeBron run over and pick him up when he hits the floor. I mean, LeBron would get tired just doing that. That's a job in and of itself because he stay on the floor.
Should the Broncos draft Baker Mayfield? We'll discuss that next.